Rhyme scheme is the soul of poetry. Hi, hello, I am here with most important topic of English literature, and that is most important MCQs of rhyme schemes. In every exam, definitely we would get 2 to 4 marks from this topic. So here we are going to start from number 1. Which of the following is a 14-line poem traditionally written in iambic pentameter? Sonnet. The Spenserian stanza consists of how many lines? 9. A narrative poem that is meant to be sung is called ballad. A Japanese poetic form that consists of 3 lines with a 5-7-5 syllable structure is known as haiku. What form of poetry is characterized by lofty emotions, serious themes, and elaborate style? Ode. Which of these is a humorous 5-line poem with an AABBA rhyme scheme? Limerick. Which poetic form typically mourns the death of a person or laments loss? Elegy. Which stanza form is used in Tennyson's In Memoriam? In Memoriam stanza and rhyme scheme is ABBA. A Petrarchan sonnet is divided into an octave and a sestet, and rhyme scheme is ABBA, ABBA, and sestet is CD, CD, CD. The rhyme scheme of a Shakespearean sonnet is ABAB, CD, CD, EF, EF, GG. The metrical pattern of blank verse is iambic pentameter without rhyme. Who popularized the dramatic monologue in Victorian poetry? Robert Browning. What is the main feature of a dramatic monologue? A single speaker addressing a silent listener. The term terza rima refers to a rhyme scheme of ABA, BCB, CDC. Which long narrative poem is written in elevated style and often involves heroic deeds? Epic. The poetic form villanelle has how many lines? 19. Dylan Thomas' "Do not go gentle into that good night" is an example of villanelle. A sestina consists of how many stanzas and lines? 6 stanzas of 6 lines each, plus a 3-line envoy. Which form is known for repeating the final words of each stanza in a set pattern? Sestina. A cinquain is a poem that consists of how many lines? 5. The word ode originates from which language? Greek. Adonis by Shelley is an example of which form? Elegy. The Prelude by Wordsworth is an example of blank verse, autobiography. A poem without a fixed rhyme or meter is called free verse. Which poetic form is most associated with Robert Frost? Blank verse. Which poet used the Ottawa rima in Don Juan? Lord Byron. Ottawa rima consists of how many lines? 8. The rhyme scheme of Ottawa rima is AB, 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 CC. Who introduced the sonnet form into English literature? Thomas Watt. What is a heroic couplet? 2 rhymed lines in iambic pentameter. Which poetic form is used in Milton's Paradise Lost? Blank verse. The rhyme royal stanza contains how many lines? 7. Who introduced rhyme royal into English? Geoffrey Chaucer. Which stanza form did Spenser invent? Spenserian stanza. What is a ballad in poetry? A fixed French poetic form with 3 stanzas and an envoy. What does enjambment mean in poetry? Continuation of a sentence without pause beyond line break. The term caesura refers to a pause within a line. A poem that imitates the style of a serious poem but treats trivial subjects humorously is a mock epic. The Rape of the Lock by Pope is an example of mock epic. Which of these is not a fixed poetic form? Free verse. A Shakespearean sonnet ends with a rhyming couplet. What is the meter of most classical epics? Dactylike hexameter. Which form traditionally focuses on love, nature, or personal emotion in a short poem? Lyric. What does the term Alexandrine refer to? A 6-foot iambic line. In which form is Lycidas by Milton written? Pastoral elegy. What is the key feature of a pastoral poem? Idealized rural life. What kind of poem is T.S. Eliot's The Waste Land? Modernist dramatic monologue. What is the subject of an epithalamion? A wedding. Who wrote the famous epithalamion for his own marriage? Edmund Spenser. Which poetic form is least likely to have a regular rhyme or meter? Free verse. So that's it from here. Thank you for staying with us. We'll meet you soon again with another most important topic. Stay connected with channel.